very chilly evening here in Mogadishu. My name is Abdelrazak Ali and this is Dalsan TV English News. We have a lot in store for you, but first let's have a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud meets his Eritrean counterpart in Asmara. Sodma disburses relief aid to vulnerable families ravaged by natural calamities in Mogadishu. And the Jubaland military court begins trial for traditional elder alleged of Al-Shabaab membership. Welcome back. The president of the federal government of Somalia, that is Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has held talks and met with the president of Eritrea, Isaiah Afwerki, in the Eritrean capital, Asmara. Our reporter has more on this.
Somalia federal government president of Hassan Sheikh Mohamud on Sunday evening held meeting with his Eritrean counterpart, Isaiah Afwerki. They discussed various issues important to both sides, including enhancing and bolstering bilateral ties between the two countries. A statement from Eritrea's Ministry of Information emphasized that the leaders discussed regional and international matters. President Mohamud arrived in Asmara on Sunday for a two-day working visit aiming at bolstering security cooperation. Following the Al-Shabaab attack at SYL Hotel near the Presidential Palace in the capital Mogadishu on Friday, which claimed the lives of several people and injured scores of others. Eritrea supports Somalia in training the Somali security forces as the Horn of Africa nation intends to get rid of Al-Shabaab from its soil. The country in the East Africa recently trained and equipped over 10,000 Somali special officers who were brought to the country to augment the ongoing anti-terrorism efforts to eliminate Al-Shabaab from Somalia.
The Somali National Disaster Management Agency, that is SODMA, has extended humanitarian aid to over 7,000 vulnerable families residing in the Garsbale area with a focus on the Galmudug district. According to a statement from SODMA, the relief supplies, which included iftar essentials, were distributed among impoverished households and internally displaced person IDPs that live in the outskirts of the capital city, Mogadishu.
The Somali National Disaster Management Agency on Sunday extended humanitarian aid to 7,000 vulnerable families residing in the Garasbali area with a focus on the Galmudug district. According to a statement from the agency, the relief supplies, which included iftar essentials, were distributed among impoverished households and internally displaced persons, IDPs, who have been severely impacted by the recent natural disasters, including El Nino floods that have compelled them to abandon their homes for safer places. SODMA's Director of Relief, Sarah Ali Yusuf, and MP Kasim Said oversaw the distribution of the relief humanitarian aid to the target people. The families who benefited from the aid expressed gratitude to the agency, saying it would help them cope with the challenges resulting from the recent natural calamities, including the El Nino-induced floods which devastated their livelihoods. This is not the first time that SODMA has provided humanitarian support to vulnerable families in Garasbali district. In March this year, the disaster agency disbursed assorted relief assistance to the residents in the area as part of its efforts to cushion them against the devastating effects of natural calamities. SODMA has recently heightened humanitarian activities aimed at helping the deserving individuals within the community to have something to eat in this holy month of Ramadan.
A military court in the semi-autonomous region of Jubaland has begun the hearing of the case involving a traditional elder named Aden Mohamed Gedi, who is accused of being a member of the militant group Al-Shabaab. Security forces apprehended Aden, who is aged 44, in 2021 while he was allegedly fighting for the Al-Shabaab militant group. A military court in Jubaland state has started the hearing of the case involving a traditional elder named Ahmed Mohamed Gedi, who is accused of being a member of the Al-Shabaab group. Security forces apprehended Aden, aged 44, in 2021 while he was allegedly fighting for the Al-Shabaab group, as stated by the Jubaland military court. Aden confessed before the court that he belonged to the group and operated in the Yantoy area. Earlier this month, a military court in Puntland state sentenced 6 Moroccans believed to be foreign fighters for the state extremist group in Somalia to death. The United Nations has raised a red flag over Somalia's escalating humanitarian crisis marked by widespread food security and malnutrition. During a recent visit, Joyce Msunya, Assistant Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Deputy Emergency Relief Coordinator, along with Beth Bechdol, Deputy Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization, drew attention to the dire needs of millions. The United States has raised a red flag over Somalia's escalating humanitarian crisis marked by widespread food insecurity and malnutrition. During a visit, Joyce Msuya, Assistant Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Deputy Emergency Relief Coordinator, along with Beth Bechdol, Deputy Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization, drew attention to the dire needs of millions. The country's ordeal stems from severe climate events, the most severe drought in 4 decades, followed by catastrophic floods. This has left 4 million Somalis, 21% of the population, grappling with extreme food shortages. Children are notably affected, with approximately 1.7 million under 5 facing acute malnutrition in 2024, including 430,000 who were severely malnourished. Despite ongoing efforts such as the blanket supplementary feeding program, challenges like insufficient funding and logistical barriers persist. During their mission, Msuya and Bechdol emphasized the crucial role women play in regions' food insecurity and agricultural sustainability. Their visit also included the inauguration of new OCHA Somalia offices in Mogadishu and discussions with various stakeholders about how to address Somalia's multifaceted challenges effectively. Though food security has seen some improvement due to recent rainfall, the situation remains critical. The upcoming GU harvest might provide short-term relief, but looming flood threats and sustained high commodity prices add layers of complexity. The 2024 Humanitarian Needs and Response Plan shows a decrease in the total number of Somalis in need from 8.3 million to 2023 to 6.9 million, thanks to an effective humanitarian response and favorable late 2023 weather. However, ongoing conflicts and displacement continue to destabilize the region. Now that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. Till we meet again, we wish you a lovely evening.